Any unusual experiment can produce unusual results.
In extending human sights far beyond the horizon.
It's the most tremendous new musical experience you can have. It's the most tremendous new musical experience you can have.
Greetings, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on wherever you are. This is Amara Mansour Ali Albay with the World Media Coalition's Jazz Lovers Television Network, coming to you out of Salvador Bahia, Brazil. Welcome everybody to the show. It's good to see everybody's faces. I'm glad everybody's okay. How's everybody doing today? Cool?
Yeah, I'm fine. Through the grace and mercy of the Most High.
Great. Zulu Nation, Fiction. How you doing, brother?
Hello. Everything good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't hear the music in the beginning, in intro.
No.
I don't listen.
Uh-oh.
Does
anybody else hear the music?
Hey. Hello,
everyone.
Hey, sit down.
And glad to see you.
So Fiction, you put that music up, or was that a mom?
Yeah, I heard the music. Maybe it was on Friction's side.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's with my device, something wrong.
Okay. Well, that's a shame that you didn't hear that one, Friction. I think you might have liked it. Straight up hip hop.
What?
I said it's a shame, and I think you would have liked that beat. I made that.
Сидхан, что говорят? Не понял.
Но он сказал, что тебе бы очень понравилась эта песня.
Last time I heard it was a good vibes, good music. By the way, maybe you know in Brazil, DJ Glacio and Janaina Lady, they have the musical show called Sam de Negao. You can find on YouTube. We exchange with them the music. I send them some electro funk, old school hip hop, break beats from Russia, and they play this music also. Something ago, I will send you the links. I think you will be glad. This good music. Positive.
Okay. Yeah, send me. Do you have WhatsApp?
Yeah, I have WhatsApp.
Okay.
WhatsApp, Telegram, all messengers.
Okay, yeah. Put that stuff in the chat, man. I'll follow you, and we could exchange information that way.
Okay. We only four today. Not so many people we have.
That's okay. That's okay.
I just came from home, and my dog missed me. She want to sit with me.
Right on, right on. Yeah, what I was saying was the Zulu Nation anniversary is coming up, which is next month. So what I was thinking, like we did last year, we do a meeting of the minds. What do you think, Fixon?
I think it's a good idea. Meet Akis Malikas kings and queens in this time, because we can have meeting of the minds so online.
Right. Like we did last year.
Yeah, because travel today not so easy.
Yeah. Not easy at all.
That was a good production last year. So I'm looking at Sunday, I think it's November. Sunday, November 14th.
I think Sunday will be good. It's a weekend. Everybody have free day from work.
I like to welcome our sunshine and blue skies in the house. Stopped at my aunt Vanessa Henderson, Van Miller, to the Van Miller Talk Show. And we have the Honorable Dr. Debbie Wallace as well, who is our guest. I see Van. Van, you driving?
Yes. I am. How's everybody doing?
Doing great, doing great.
Everything good. Hope you're doing well too. Be careful on the driver.
Thank you.
So, and LaShane is on. She's saying greetings, everyone in the chat.
Greetings, LaShane.
And Van, you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Take it.
Okay. Well, let's introduce ourselves to our guest, Dr. Debbie Wallace. So, Ahmad, why don't you start with you, introduce yourself, and then Frickson, and then Sidhat, and we'll give Van a little 15-second opportunity as well. Ahmad, go ahead and introduce yourself. And
all right, my name is Amar Mansour Ali El Bey. I am Makaku's son. I currently live in Salvador Bahia, Brazil. CEO and founder of the Guerreiros da Luz World Peace Initiative, working with children out here. I'm also a country ambassador for Interconnected Justice, fighting for rights along the diaspora throughout the planet and unifying the diaspora via Zoom. I'm also the diplomatic liaison for the Pneumatic Theocratic Kingdom, the Moorish Kingdom here, and candidate for the United Nations UNESCO representative for world peace here in Salvador Bahia. That's pretty much it.
Right on. Later on, we'll ask Kaban to share the video Guerrero de Luz with the Honorable Dr. Debbie Wallace. Frickson, introduce yourself to our guest, please.
Oh, okay. Peace, everybody. My name is Frickson. I'm from Lugansk People's Republic. It's a border between Ukraine and Russia. So I represent the Universal Zulu Nation worldwide hip hop awareness movement, and also I'm the media journalist working on TV and radio. So that's all.
Thank you. Sid, unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Siddhant. I am a student in Ufa State Petroleum Technological University. I'm studying economics and business management in petroleum industry. And I am head of international club and the cinema club of my university. I'm a student activist, and basically my main work is creating the environment for other students to realize themselves in.
Wow.
Thank you, Sid. Van, this is your show, so you got 2 minutes of fame right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the host of the annual talk show, I Found My Voice. I'm an editor with Isabella Magazine, also an editor with the Mothers and Daughter Global Movement, part of the board there. And I am a clothing designer, and I'm presently working in the film industry, wardrobing, hopefully to become a producer. I'm also a humanitarian, and I just received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Wallace, and I just do what I do. I'm bright sunshine.
Right on. And our guest today is the Honorable Dr. Debbie Wallace. And I had the opportunity of meeting her last Friday at the event hosted by the World Chamber of Commerce. And the event was held in the rotunda of the Capitol building here in Georgia. And in that event, the telediagnostics equipment was on display. The event was well attended by international dignitaries, diplomats and ambassadors, as well as the Honorable Andrew Young, former United States ambassador to the United Nations, and Bobby Hunter, former Globetrotter. And I had the opportunity of meeting Dr. Wallace, and I was meandering around just trying to find my way, and she came to me and asked me, was I lost? No, I'm joking. But we had a great conversation. She's part of a tremendous initiative, and with that, I'll let her tell you more about herself.
Okay, it's an honor to meet you all. I'm very impressed with this international group that I'm with. It's really nice to meet y'all. I'd love to talk more with you all individually about the things that you're doing, because everything you've said is intriguing to me. But I am the CEO of 360 Health Enterprises, which includes both the 360 Health magazine and 360 Health Broadcasting Network. So we mainly right now are promoting our magazine. 360 Health Magazine is an amazing, beautiful publication that we are very proud of. It's first quality. We wanted to make sure that, you know, we did something that would just be intriguing, but also quality in terms of the content. Not only is it printed form, but we also have videos for every single article and audio for every article, because we know not everybody can read, or, you know, not just talking about their ability to read, but because of eyesight or whatever, you know, as you age and so on, it's more challenging to read. And so we didn't want to limit, and that's a population we have a lot of. We have a lot of older people, because as you get older, you care more about your health, unfortunately, because now you lost it. But we want to appeal to the younger people, and about where my degree is in prevention. And so I believe in that, and want to reach the younger population more than anything. That's one of the things that I really want us to be able to do, is to reach out to our younger population. And so our videos are short and quick and summarize the main points of the article. But the audio is an exact verbatim reading of the article by your editor-in-chief, who's got a beautiful voice and a British accent that I just love. So we have her reading the articles. And so people can enjoy the complete content and digest it. Why is this so important? Because 360 Health realized that complete health, and we came up with 360 Health before anybody did. If I realized that the whole world was going to go, I should have done more to make sure nobody else could use 360 Health besides us, because now everybody has a 360 Health. Kaiser has something, Kaiser Permanente has something, 360 Health, Morehouse School of Medicine has something. Everybody, everywhere I look, I'm like, you're 360 Health too. We are the original 360 Health. And so 360 Health was about complete health, body, mind, and soul. So all our articles are actually written with those in mind. We make sure that we even name them on our physical health or social health or mental health within our journal and within our website. You can actually click and it'll say like here, see social health and so on, because we wanted to make sure that people understand there is a difference, and it is important. We tend to only want to talk about the body or physical health. Medicine and all that is just dealing with physical health. But our social and mental health are just as important. I mean, you're not going to be healthy if you're not mentally healthy. And very few people want to even talk about it, yet more than half of us suffer from mental health conditions. In fact, one professor of mine said that everybody has some kind of mental health issues, just variations of how sick we are. We all have mental issues, and that's because of sin, but that's another story. But I just want you to know that we are very excited about bringing this content to everyone throughout the world. And so what we are excited about is not just the physical book, but that we have a digital version, and that anyone can enjoy that for free. Anybody can subscribe for absolutely free. Now, if you pay for the subscription, you get the printed version, but you don't have to. You can subscribe for free and get everything that you want. And we want everybody to know that, and everybody to subscribe. So if you want to help me, that's the one thing that I would love for you to do, is to tell everyone you can subscribe and enjoy this content absolutely free. Our 360 Health Broadcasting Network had started before our magazine, and that was always free. And so if you click on the link under our website, your360health.com, that has the 360 HBN website. But you can also go straight to 360hbn.com and enjoy it. But we wanted a website that included both, so it'll be easy for people to just click and go to the TV. If they want to watch a TV program 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's on. We have health programs. We have cooking classes, exercise classes, people talking about health, mental health, you name it, we have it. But we also have the ability for you to contribute your content to our website. So we want you to know that too. Again, we don't charge for that. So you can have more people enjoy your hard work instead of it sitting on a shelf. We are giving all of that away. We do not charge for anything but our printed magazine. So please feel free to enjoy the content there and subscribe if you'd like to, tell others about it, as well as you can actually send us your content, including articles. If you've written something already, it doesn't have to be the first time it's published. We don't care about those things. We don't think enough things are going around that needs, sometimes you need to get things published more than one place for everybody to see it. So we don't have a problem with that. You can send us your articles if they're health related at all. Again, remember, when I say health, I'm talking about everything. I tell people, health is everything good. Unhealthy is everything bad. Everything good is healthy. That's how big health is. But we try to put it in a box and make it, medicine is just a small part of health. But yet, that's all they talk about in America. When they say healthcare, they're talking about medical care. They're talking about sick care. Like, no, we're talking about healthcare. Everything. That is it. Finances, parenting, education, you name it. Everything is health that's good. There's nothing good that is not healthy. Isn't that amazing? That's how big health is. That's how big health is. As long as it's something good, it goes on our website. Anything bad, we don't have it. So you'll never see any content with anything bad, any kind of sex, immorality, drugs, alcohol. We will never advertise it. Coca-Cola will never be advertised on our website. Sorry, nothing unhealthy gets on our website. That's the only criteria. The minute it's healthy, it can go on there. I mean, you could have a show. You could have a designer. I heard Vanessa. You could have a modeling show. It belongs on our website because it's good. As long as it's not showing something bad. Now, if you're showing people are naked, we don't need that. Anything that's unhealthy, that's out. But everything healthy is in our 360 health. So we want people to understand. That's why we coined that 360, because we want people to understand that's everything. It's complete. Just like 360 is a circle. It's everything. It's complete goodness. That's what I can call it. Complete goodness. Everything good belongs to us. It belongs on 360 health. All right. So thank you so much for allowing me to explain that. Thank you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sitting here smiling because Dr. Wallace was, but what are we going to talk about? I said the show is unscripted, unrehearsed, one take. She said, well, what does that mean? I said, well, you just speak from your heart. And now you see, once she's unleashed, she's on the roll.
Oh yeah, you don't want to let me unleashed. I want a real man.
the
concept, I get on my passion. I can go on.
The concept of 360 health, and many of us on the line have heard me speak about the 4 dimensions of healing: spiritual, psychological, emotional, and physical. So if you take those 4 dimensions and put them on a corner and make the square, then you take 360 health as the complete circle around those corners. So the square is inside, and the 360 is the universe of healing that you guys bring.
Yes, I invited my my illustrious chief of staff. I see she's joined. Zadie Crow. She's our editor-in-chief for our magazine, and she's just an amazing. She worked at the BBC, the BBC. I don't know if you all grew up with BBC News like I did. I'm from Jamaica originally, so, you know, England is our mother country. And so it's so funny. Zadie also has parents from Jamaica, but she grew up in England and spent some time in Jamaica. So when we met here in the US, we were just excited to know we shared that bond. And then later on, when we got the TV station, she told me, do you know that I used to work at BBC? I said, girl, you're hired. You kidding me? Yeah, we need you. And she has been just amazing. And she's an author of some books. I'm saying all that because I don't know.
She's on now.
She's now on our thing. If
she's on and not showing her face.
She's not showing her. I just sent her the link. So
that's not fair. That's not fair.
That's
when
not
you
fair.
speak,
Zadie has a beautiful face. Show your face, Zadie.
Oh, come on, guys. I just popped on here. I sure didn't prepare myself for anyone to see what I look like at this time of the day. You will all want to turn the cameras off if I do that.
Oh,
it would just be some more sunshine in the room.
There you go. That's
That's all. We, you know, our Sunshine and Blue Skies host is driving around Georgia somewhere. I don't know where she's going.
Well, I'm actually shopping. I go back to set tomorrow, so I'm shopping for the set today.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, you said last Thursday.
okay.
Well, excellent, excellent.
Well, I shared it with my staff, the flyer, only just before I got on. So some of them are pumping in here. Rochelle is another illustrious member of our staff and writer for the magazine.
Well,
so you may see a few more pop in. We have a wonderful staff.
That's excellent, because when you come on the Van Miller show, even though you may not be on the flyer with your picture, everybody's a guest.
Yeah.
Everybody's a guest.
And when she's talking about 360 Health, I truly encompass what it is that she's saying, because it's been 7 years since I had congestive heart failure. They gave me a year, and I'm still here, still kicking, still doing, you know, what it is that the journey has for me. You know, I go and they just shake their head because, you know, they can't figure out, you know, why is it that she's still here. But I feel that if you get up every day, no matter what, we don't dwell on what is going on with us physically. We just dwell on what is for us and keep moving, then you will find yourself living a lot longer. I tell people that all the time. You know, I don't dwell on, you know, what happened to me. I'm happy. I'm looking at what is going on before me. And so, you know, I tell people that, you know, oh, I'm sick. Yeah, we're all sick. We're all dying.
There you go.
But we have to continue to live the best life that we can.
Yes.
So I'm glad to have you on the show today. That brings sunshine and a smile to my face as well.
Well, thank you, Vanessa. And I'm very happy to hear that you're a survivor of congestive heart failure. I'll say this quickly. My motivation, why my entire life is about prevention, is that my grandfather, it's a long story, but I'll give you the short version. My grandfather, when I was just a few years old, I had a massive heart attack and was sent home to die. I was 6 years old. So that left an impression on me because they were building a coffin for him outside my, you know, at my home. And he's a tall man. My grandfather was like 6'3". So, you know, a child seeing this huge thing being built left an impression on me. And I loved my grandfather. So I was like, I'm going to love on him till the day he died. He was supposed to die any day. He lived so long that not 1 year, 2 years, but 10 years later, my grandmother died and was buried in his coffin because he kept living. And he came to live with me after that, 15 years after he was supposed to die. Now I was in college, and he and I bonded. If he had not reversed heart disease, then none of that would have happened and changed my life. So I am a prevention doctor who believe in telling the world, you can, even when you're at death's door, like my grandfather, you can change your lifestyle. He lived 20 years after he was supposed to die and never had a problem again with heart disease because he reversed it. So that I'm excited to. Vanessa, Doesn't mean anything. You can reverse that thing. You don't have to, don't believe their stories. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that I get to share that.
tell them.
That's my story.
Yeah,
So, see my
I
beautiful
tell them because I
Zadie.
told.
See my beautiful
Yeah,
Zadie.
Yes, yes, yes. Listen, I'd like to share a story because I had invited someone to come on the show who's very sick. And Frickson shared with me his story. And I wanted to have him on the show because last week we had a gentleman on the show who had healed from stage 4 cancer.
Excellent.
And we had him on the show. And Frickson shared with me the brother over there in Lugansk Republic, which is on the border of Ukraine and Russia. I'm getting it right now, Frickson. I'm getting it right.
Now, my friend is living in Khabarovsk city. It's far east of Russia. He not from city. He far from me, but he now is fighting with cancer for stage, and he have already 4 or 5 chemical therapies, and now he is somewhere in small Russian village where some old doctor, non-traditional medicine help him clean from this chemistry and uplift himself. I asked him join today, but he not answer yet me. I think maybe he now have some medicals and not have. And also we have different time zones, and not always we can. Yeah, we can meet each other because we now have, by the way, about 7 in the evening.
Give us his name, Frickson. Give us his name, and let's greet. Yes.
His name is Mikhail Korolev. Also, he have the street name by Puhap. He also the Aki from Universal Zulu Nation official member. So we never meet each other in private. But we know each other about maybe 6 or 7 years. We are friends. We mail each other, not only online, but also physical mail. He made me some presents. I sent him some presents. So we exchange the books, the T-shirts, the musics. So we far from each other. Maybe someday we can meet him.
So we want to send greetings to him, to his family, as the official high priest for the Universal Zulu Nation. I'd like to say to him, his family, to everyone in reference to this particular production, the 4 dimensions of healing and 360 degrees of health. Udama Akayu, a line of the new dawn. Through the grace and mercy of the Most High, may the healing powers of the universe arise within you, and your family be strengthened, guided, healed, and protected moving forward. So I wanted to make that comment so that Frickson can share it with his family and let him know that he has touched people around the world, even though we weren't able to be with him today.
Thank you very much. He also have two little children. One boy also have some problems with health from the birth. When he was born, his son was have some physical issues from the birthday. But his wife is really support him. He try collect money in internet because these payments for medical healing is cost much money. And now she's in Instagram, published all the story of his medical healing, how process is going on, where his travel, with what doctors he's speaking, how that chemical therapy is going, how he eat. First time when I know that he have problems, I saw in his Instagram, in his wife Instagram, the pictures where she post his face. He lost weight. He was round face, have some big weight, but now you see his skull, his face not round today, and he loses the weight. And when I saw him today, I'm not even think that he was the Mikhail. I think that it was another man, because his face is changed. Yeah, and but today he have more progress with healing, because he start to eat. Not so long time ago, he even can't eat, only drink water. So today he already eat soup and some easy products of foods. So,
let me say, I want to say that's just an amazing, amazing testimony. I just love it. I want to share that I have a friend who he is really into healthy eating and all that. He's vegan and all. I am vegan also, by the way. And we have a vegan restaurant. I'm big on vegan. It's not a little thing. He shared with me how he had a friend who he's a naturopathic doctor. He's not, but he's a naturopathic doctor. And her mom, the naturopathic doctor's mom, got stage 4 cancer. She was trying to give her chemo and so on, and she was not responding well. So she says, I don't care that I'm a doctor. I'm coming to you, my friend, because I know that you know stuff that I don't about health, and I want you to help my mother. And he said, okay, bring her every morning to me. And he juiced certain special things, vegetables and so on, food items, no drugs, and gave to her for 2 weeks. Every single morning she drove over 30 miles to his house every morning with her mother to get this fresh juice so that it was ready, none of the enzymes and hormones and all that were all intact. And she drank this for 2 weeks. Then she went back to her doctor, and her doctor said, what did you do? We see no trace of the cancer. She's absolutely doing well. She's traveling, she's eating right, everything, all by food. It's true what they say, let your food be your medicine. So as a result of that, I asked him to share it with me, and I'm actually helping another person who is in stage 4 cancer right now with this juice. It takes a lot of time to do, though, so please don't ask me, but I am so happy that God has provided for us in the foods that we eat, that we can actually be well. So I'm going to encourage everyone, as I also have been drinking these juices myself, and I am just amazed at how they make you feel good. It's something else. So just you don't have to know this particular formula. I don't follow that formula for myself. I just juice whatever I want for myself. I juice carrots and all sorts of stuff that's not a part of his formula. And it just makes me feel so good. I just have to encourage y'all. Do that, please. It's amazing.
Amar, can you hear me?
Yes.
Two things. First and foremost, Frickson, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I just sent Amar the picture of your friend. And in honor to him and his family, since he couldn't be on the show, I'd like to share that picture. Do you think that would be all right with the family?
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay, Ahmad, pull up that email I just sent you. And then after that, I sent you another email about the teledoc equipment, because I like for Zadie and Dr. Wallace to see the equipment. She saw the equipment last week when it was on display in the Capitol. So pull up the picture of Friction's friend first. What's his name again?
Mikhail.
Nikeli?
Mikhail.
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 Yes,
Mikhail.
yes.
Mikhail.
It's like Michael on English.
Oh, Mikhail.
Yeah, Mikhail.
Like I told you, I only know 2 words in Russian. Mir Drispa, peace and friendship. That's him.
Okay. Okay.
So prayers of healing, strength, and comfort go out to you and your family, Mikhail. And we hope that you have the strength and the courage to continue and to heal so that your family can continue to embrace and love you as they do. Udma Akayu, a line of the New Dawn.
True.
See, this is the Van Miller show. I found my voice. And Van didn't tell you how she got to do this work here that she's doing, which is also part of her ministry. Are you still with us, Van, or you had to stop?
So, sorry, one moment, please. Excuse me, I need to go to street. My dog wanna on the street. On a few minutes, I need to go.
Go right ahead. We understand.
That little comedy too. Even the dog gets in the show.
The dog need a 360 house too.
I love it.
The dog got her 15 seconds of fame.
That is awesome.
So Vanessa, how did you come to do this from my?
Oh, wow. So when I turned 60, I realized as a person that I had a voice. And so in the interim, I met Makakubu, and Makakubu was like, well, that should be the name of your show. And that's why we have the name of the show, the Van Miller Talk Show. I found my voice. I feel that a lot of people have a voice, but they never allow themselves, whether it's by the things that have happened to them in life or, you know, just not wanting to speak on them. But when we learn to become transparent people, we become better people. I tell a lot of people when I meet them, I say, you have a voice, it's just stuck. So we have to learn to unstick what it is that we have going on, because too, that when you talk about mental illness, that is a part of what it is. We go through so much trauma in our younger years and even in our adult years, it keeps us from being able to speak. And so at 60, I realized as a woman that I really did have a voice and that my voice needed to be heard. And Makakuvu, I met him and he has given me that opportunity, and I use my voice to speak wherever it is that I go.
Wonderful.
Well, I have to correct that, because Makakubu didn't give her the opportunity to do nothing. It was the Most High. It was the Most High.
Well, you know, through and by you allowing me to realize that, you know, causing, I can say that in meeting you in the few years that I've known you, that I really do see the change in my life and how I live my life, how I approach people, and how I allow people to approach me. So that's why I say that. The Most High has a lot to do with that, but, you know, I know that, and people like, you're not the same person. No, I'm not the same person that I was, because I allow a lot of people to take over my life. And now I'm in control of who I am.
Two in the chair. So, Zadie, you've been so quiet. You've been so quiet. And
I am very quiet. I'm a very quiet person.
Well,
no one will agree with me, but I.
I won't say nothing.
Welcome to the Van Miller Talk Show. I found my voice. Welcome. Thank you so much.
You know what, too, Marco Kugu? I think that from this show, some of the people, some of the countries that we have been in, a lot of people are in a different place, and they have been renewed in their spirit and where it is that they want to go. Because I can remember the doctor from India. I don't know, she stays in my mind, and she was like, she said, I realized that I had a voice. And I was like, I've always been amazed by that. Of all the shows that we've done, for her to say that, she says, I have a voice. And, you know, it's just amazing that, you know, people go, we get all the education, we get all the things, and we don't really realize that we have a voice and that we can speak to things that are going on around us and to us.
Well, that's what happens in the living room or at the kitchen table. But when it comes to being able to share that voice and that vision from the eyesight of the spirit of the soul, not from the eyesight, the physical eyes, but from the eyesight of the spirit of the soul, to be able to share your voice from deep within in a place where people embrace that and people come to that for their own nourishment.
Yes.
And that's what you do. That's what the Most High has given us through your talk show. I found my voice.
Yeah, it's just amazing to me. I mean, this, even in the midst of the pandemic and in the midst of loss, you know, we are able to speak to people and give them solace in the things that are going on. And, you know, a lot of things we blame on the pandemic, but we have to understand that these things were going to happen no matter what. The pandemic just became a platform for us to use to be able to say, well, this or that, you know, because, you know, I tell people when they say, oh, I said, well, I lost loved ones too. I didn't lose them to what was going on with, I lost them to cancer, but it, as a place for me, allows me to know, you know what, this is something that is around me and that I have to be careful and understand and know that I cannot allow this to become part of my life and who I am. So what was the lesson? That's what I say to a lot of people. When they say, oh, you come and you bring wisdom and you say, but things happen. We have to ask ourselves, what was the lesson? What did I learn from this? Because
see, that's the thing about the pandemic. Yes. The pandemic made people stay away from each other. And when you have to stay away from people, you can't let your personality hide you then, because you have to be alone with yourself. You have to be alone with the spirit that's within you. And that spirit will speak to you if you are quiet enough. But the problem with most people is when they're quiet, they get scared.
That's true. That's so true.
They get scared because now they got to go within themselves and pick themselves up from their misery, pick themselves up from their tears, pick themselves up from their pain, pick themselves up to go to where they really want to go, but have been afraid to take the steps to get there.
That's right. Yes.
So that's what the pandemic did. That's the lesson. Mankind, go within yourself to hear the spirit of the Most High and heal from your aggression, heal from your hatred, heal from your animosity, heal from your jealousy, heal so that the true love of life can embrace you and you can be the person that you're supposed to be, not who you think you want to be.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
See, yes. we got Zadie smiling and shaking her head.
I had two of my young ladies come by to see me last night, and our conversations were pretty much along the same lines. One of the young ladies, she's only 20, but she is doing so beautifully. She was just working on a Lifetime movie, and at 20, she was the art director. And I am so proud of her, but she wanted to talk about practical faith, like as a young woman, trying to live her life in a particular way. She wanted to talk to me about how does she do that, you know, in terms of informing all her choices and her decisions each day with the faith that she has in God and to be pleasing to him. And you know, we were talking about those lessons that we learn, but above all else, I mean, I was encouraging her not to think religion or religious teachings, but to think about a spiritual relationship one-on-one with our Heavenly Father, with Most High, because that's the starting point, you know. And I was trying to encourage her to understand how unique she is, how special she is, and that she is an expression of God. She's an expression of his love. Everything about her is perfect and unique. There isn't another, because she's a perfect expression of him. And so whatever she has to do in this way, she doesn't have to struggle to think if he's in her life, because she herself is his expression. And we just had an amazing time. It went on until 12 o'clock last night. sorry, Dr. Wallace, but I went to bed late. I didn't get enough sleep. But yeah, it is really important that we have that connection to the source, to God, in order to keep us on the right track, that we learn the lessons from the experiences that we have. I mean, just that connection, that is just so important. And it's lovely to hear about you finding your voice, Ms. Henderson. That is, you know, and everyone else who does. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Amar, would you bring up Guerrero de Luz, please? I think we've talked ourselves into that video.
We've manifested. We're manifesting. It's your time, Amar. We're manifesting you.
Amar's in Brazil, and he's the technical director for the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network.
Wow.
So all of our shows are produced out of Brazil.
Excellent.
What if we took these kids?
I love Brazil.
And these kids,
My
like
favorite place, all the places I've been.
What if we did that with kids from all over the world? I think we can make the world a better place. Guerreros da Luz is an organization that wants to do exactly that. This organization, the idea for this organization started in 1998 when I was asked to represent the United States in a capoeira tournament in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. While I was there, I met a group of 6 kids who were homeless, living on the streets. Once they met me, they were stuck at my side, always asking questions and always happy. This really changed my life. Ever since then, I've dedicated my life to try and make this experience somebody else's experience as well. What we plan to do at Guerreros da Luz is take kids from New York, LA, Africa, Japan, all over the world, and bring them in small groups of kids to interact with other groups of kids. The headquarters is going to be on Morro de Sao Paulo, Brazil. Morro de Sao Paulo is a little island off the coast of Bahia. It's full of nature, not a whole lot of media influence. It's a great place for kids to be kids, interact with life and each other. This fundraiser is to raise money with your contributions to build the headquarters, the world headquarters on Morro de Sao Paulo. This past summer, we were donated a plot of land on the island that has already been cleared to build this cultural center. Now it's time to take the next step and actually start the building process. We have a team of people that are working with this. We have architects, we have engineers, we have teachers, and if you put all of our experience together working with kids, we have over 60 years of experience. This is a great project. It's a world unity project, and it's something that we can all get together and help and share and do our part to change the planet, to change the world, because the children are the future, and we need to do something to make sure that they have a future to take care of.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow, I love that.
Ahmad, give us an update on Guerrero de Luz, and give us the mantra that you have, as well as the definition of Guerrero de Luz.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Ahmad, I love Brazil.
Yeah, me too. I've been here for 13 years now. No plans on leaving.
Wow.
This is home base from now on. So as far as updates, we built the cultural center. It hasn't actually finished, especially since the pandemic hit, because of lack of maintenance. The structure was damaged extensively, so we're trying to reconstruct the center, and we actually opened, the school in its original location again here in the mainland in Salvador Bahia. So that's going well. We have a partnership with the Center for African Pastors with the Black Rosary Church. So that's also good. They're along the lines of what we believe in. Just they're hidden within the Catholic Church. We have five students that are children, 1 12, 1 9, 1 6, and 2 3-year-olds who are brothers. So that's good. We also have 2 adult students. So we're growing. We just keep moving forward, keep reaching out to the community, doing things, always looking for support, because the more we have, the more we can do. But even though, with the little bit we have, we still try to do, the best that we can. So that's what we are. And, the meaning of Guerrero de Luz just means warriors of light. So I just decided to take my martial arts background and use the strength and discipline that I received from that to, push, to pay it forward and do good things, as opposed to just, being a fighter for no reason, just knowing how to fight for no reason, teach people how to defend themselves, defend their families, and, mentally, spiritual, physically, and emotionally. And as far as the motto, my father wants me to say, it's basically a poem that I wrote in regards to the Guerrero de Luz. So it says, sons of God, warriors of light, with faith as our shield and love as our might, for peace, truth, and justice, yes, I will fight, upholding God's laws and protecting the weak, quick to listen, slow to speak. And that last part is why I'm always so quiet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, Ahmad, please bring up the teledoc equipment now.
Okay.
I sent that email to you a few moments ago as well. And the telediagnostics equipment is going to be demonstrated tomorrow for the benefit of the senator and legislative body here in Georgia for their last legislative session before the end of the year. So that equipment is being brought into town by Ed Miller, who's an associate of Congressman James Clyburn, and he represents the coalition that's aligned to Henry Schein Incorporated, MedDoc, and ARC Group Incorporated. And this is the machine.
Some of us are lucky. If we're in need of healthcare services, we have several options to choose from. We can go to our local clinic, and a physician will ask us questions.
Let's try this again.
Some of us are lucky. If we're in need of healthcare services, we have several options to choose from. We can go to our local clinic, and a physician will ask us questions, do a physical assessment, and diagnose our ailments. But for much of the world, This is not the case. As you venture further away from larger cities, healthcare becomes more challenging. Seeing a doctor can be virtually impossible, and the nearest doctor is a day or more away. Even if you're blessed with good insurance, you may be forced to travel to a major city to have a physician visit. But welcome to the future. Through a partnership with the DMC Hospital and ArcPoint Labs, we are reimagining rural healthcare. This device will allow a doctor to attend to a patient from anywhere. We are set on a mission to provide equal care to everyone in the world, regardless of who you are and where you live. Let's reimagine the doctor's office visit. Let's reimagine rural healthcare. Let's reimagine diagnostics. Welcome to the future.
We have the Honorable Ambassador from Nigeria. Van, you got your talk show host, your co-host back.
Pastor James, are you? How are you?
Honorable.
I'm fine, fine. I'm in a transit, so that's why I'm not joining this. We're heading somewhere.
Oh, see, we're both traveling today. See?
Okay, that's lovely. So that means you have to wait for me. I join you. We go together. Ambassador Makakuf, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Listen,
thank you so much. It's a great pleasure being here. I've been busy since, and I must be here. I must add my voice. That's why I'm here.
Well, I got to say this because whenever you are in the room with Van Miller, it's like one of the most intense eclipse.
That's correct. That's correct.
This is like an eclipse of tremendous magnitude. You got sunshine and blue skies, and you got the heavenly moon. and Professor James, we have the Dr. Debbie Wallace on today, and she is part of what is known as 360 Health. And the next time we do appointments for ambassadors, for humanitarian ambassadors, I want to recommend not only Dr. Wallace, but Zadie as well.
Oh, that's lovely. I'll quickly announce this. That is coming up December 16th. We are having another program December 16th where we are to appoint some other ambassadors. So, congratulations. And thank you for the nomination. Thank you so much. So we're going to work on that. I'll make things done. You, for your information too, we're just working on our website, and I'm having Ambassador Makakufu and Ambassador addressing to our governing council members. So it's going to be on the website right away. We're working on that. So I got to appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. And every other humanitarian on board, we are together and we have to work together. Togetherness in humanitarianism. So thank you so much for that nomination, Ambassador Makaku.
You're welcome, through the grace and mercy of the Most High. See, this is the Van Miller Talk Show. You can never predict what's going to happen on this show.
That's correct.
That's why it's unscripted, unrehearsed, one take. Ain't no do-overs, excuse that, but ain't no do-overs. Unrehearsed, unscripted, one take. Because when you speak from the heart, truth prevails.
Yes. Yes. We just, our ladies from the Mother-Daughter Global Movement just finished a medical mission in Africa. They just returned this past Sunday. They went over to Kenya to do a medical mission and to actually plant our flag there for the Mother-Daughter Global Movement there.
Excellent. Sid, tell us what you're doing over there in Russia so people know what's happening. You're sitting over there all quiet and everything.
Before I talk about Russia, yeah, as a citizen of India, I feel very much obliged to speak on the terrible things which happened in Bangladesh the past week during one of our most important festivals, Durga Puja. There were attacks on the devotees, temples were desecrated, and people were killed, and it's a very horrible situation. Bangladesh is a very friendly country to India, and the government and the police forces, they have already arrested one of the culprits who instigated all the violence, but the way that everything was done and the slogans and the modus operandi is very very known. It's very known across the globe as being that of the same nature as what's happened in Afghanistan and some other countries such as Maldives and Mauritius and many others. So I wanted to start with all the condolences and my prayers for peace and healthy relationships between different communities. So that aside, as a student, as a person who introduced himself as a person who creates environment for other students to thrive in, yeah, we have a lot of things going on. Yeah, so yesterday, the President Vladimir Putin, he extended the November holidays to more than a week. So it's official that in Russia, we'll have holidays from 30th of October to 7th November. So that's a very good news for all the students. Yeah, and the occasion of why there is a holiday in November. So initially, it was due to in that USSR, they celebrated the October Revolution, start of October Revolution. But now in modern Russia, they are celebrating Day of National Unity. So because Russia is a multi-ethnic, multi-religious country, much more diverse than people give it credit for, and yeah, that's why having this big holiday helps with the mood, with the and also with the COVID control, because yeah, it is getting, the situation is getting worse. Russia, we are hitting some peaks which were not there before in the previous 3 waves. So overall, it's everything is very optimistic, and we are also at the same time very careful. Yeah, and as for my personal things which I'm doing at the university, yeah, we are starting new projects with in the cinema side, where we'll get students opportunity to learn cinema and also animation, as well as music and everything that is going around the cinema and its environment. Yeah, and yeah, speaking of health, 360, of course, I will go into another not so positive territory. In Russia, this year there were some terror attacks by young people. Some of them were not even 18 years old. And they happened in various cities. So that's why currently all the universities are super alert on this thing, on the security situation. So, which is why it is very important as a student who can influence other students positively. Tournament such the same cinema. We actually wanted to create an entire cinema festival, but due to COVID restrictions, we had to delay it. Is mock UN model. It's an event for students who study international law and diplomacy, where they can practice the debates and discuss other stuff, mimicking the UN bodies. And since our university has a lot of international students living here and studying here, so it was also, so I believe it is very important to for their integration and bringing peace, harmony, and other important humanitarian and social parameters, things which bring stability. And so we are working. I have a wonderful team of first years. So the youngest ones who have the most energy and the most enthusiastic. This year they are amazing, and I'm very happy because of the things that we are doing, and especially the youngest ones. People get relaxed despite everything that is going on around them, and I believe that it also contributes to the 360 healthy environment, like more on culture and social side. But yeah, but it's also very important. Yes. Yes. And overall, yeah, it's fun. It's great. It's the golden student years.
So there is a tremendous effort. I want to talk about currency for a moment, because when you talk about 360 health and you talk about the 4 dimensions of healing, you're talking about a very important part of currency. And see, when people hear the word currency, the first thing they think about is money. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the currency of the consciousness of our spiritual energy, meaning the platform from which this discussion is being launched, the energy from the launching pad of this discussion. What does that say about all of the elements that have been brought to this production today? Mm-hmm. That's like, imagine the forces of a hurricane, the forces that form the hurricane itself. And when you see the satellite image, you see this swirling mass that may cover 300 or 400 or 500 miles. But in the middle of that mass of wind and rain and storm, in the middle, nothing is happening. And they say the eye of the hurricane is always calm. Mm-hmm. But the forces of the hurricane can lift things. And that's our currency, people. To be able to lift the energy from Nigeria, to lift the energy from India, to lift the energy from Russia, to lift the energy from the Gas Republic, to lift the energy in Van's car as she driving to go shopping to get some grits and eggs. All of that. All of that provides us with propulsion to be able to bring all these elements together. Guerrero de Luz, young people from Nigeria, from the Gas Republic in Russia, going to Guerrero de Luz, speaking about 360 degrees of healing, speaking about the 4 dimensions of healing, learning that love is at the root of creation. So that there's a verse that says, "O Mother of Dawn, lift us so our harmony sings praises unto you." The harmony of the human spirit sings praises to the creation. And therein lies our currency.
It goes back to when we say that they're looking for the elephant in the room and we're already gone.
Already gone.
I love that. You know, one of the things that I say to people, my thing for this year is to live in peace on purpose. And I say that every day. I will live in peace on purpose. Even to my family, my friends, because a lot of times our families are the ones that will come in and create within us what is going on. So we have to get to a place in our lives that where we're not affected. When we've been placed on a journey, we cannot be pulled into a lot of things that are going on. And even in the midst of what has
how to deal with. We cannot allow ourselves. And I've had to adopt that. I choose to live in peace on purpose. Still love them, still love the people around us, but we have to know that we are in a place, in a time, on a journey. And I know that the people that come to the show have been brought to the show for a reason, that just not by haphazardness and just by circumstance. They're here for a reason, because this is not the last place. And I keep saying that. This is not the last place. We're just on the journey to where it is that we're getting ready to go. Yes. And the people that are here are the people that are being called for a time such as this to be able to go on the journey.
Well, see, people don't realize when they come to the Van Miller Talk Show, there's a book that's being written. There's a book that's being written. And the title of that book is Axioms from the Van Miller Talk Show. Everybody comes with some type of wisdom and clarity. And those axioms for living purposes. You know, people talk about, well, you know, success planning. Very few people talk about success patterning. Success pattern. It's like when somebody, Van's a seamstress. So she sews and makes it, but she uses a pattern.
That's it.
So when you have a success plan, that's one thing. But when you have a success pattern that can be applied universally, now you got a very, very significant weapon for healing.
Yes. Yeah, my book is titled Living in the Eye of the Needle. That's what the name of the book is going to be.
Right on. See? There you go.
Yeah.
I like that title. That's a nice.
Yes, I like that.
Thank you.
And that's an author there, Miss Zadie, has some amazing books out there. She won't tell you. So
I know I'm getting ready to launch Hey Queen.
Okay. No, we haven't heard from Rochelle or Purvis Taylor or Miss Verda Olayinka as of yet, folks. And LaShan's been with her all afternoon. Normally she has to go, but I know she's busy. She's a quiet voice in the room, and she takes in a lot. And when she speaks, it's profound, but she hasn't spoken in a couple of weeks. That means when she says something, it's going to be like an earthquake. When
Oh, that's powerful.
Oh, did I miss LaShan?
Yeah, here she is.
Greetings, everyone.
I talked her up. I talked her up.
So LaShan, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Who is speaking?
This is Debbie Wallace.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm LaShan Church, and I'm the president of Family Support Services Network Incorporated, and I'm a retired educator.
Family Services Incorporated?
Family Support Services Network Incorporated.
Okay. Okay. Very nice to meet you. You're retired. You look young. That's the way it should be. Yeah.
Rehearse one take. You know, that's an original line on television. You know, normally, you know, you have to follow your script. So saying to somebody you look young, that's off script. That's it's cool. Say it again.
Because I did see her face for a second there, so I'm sorry. She said retired.
Dr. Wallace wants everyone to make an email address. So please.
Yeah, you could actually have dropped me an email, would have been nice too, but I don't mind getting the email. just so I can have it in my email. But I see that.
We want to make sure she gets a copy of this show, so she may want to put it on 360 Health television production as well.
Yes.
Yes. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Van has been working on with another group, Comic Dynasty, and they at times syndicate our productions as well. So with the inclusion of 360 Health and Comic Dynasty, our syndicate is growing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, I was speaking with Joy, and I really am beginning to get an understanding of what she's doing. It's homeschooling. So that is a place and a platform that I feel that is going to become more prominent, and that it's great to have someone out on that space, making sure that we understand what homeschooling is and what it's about and how it affects us as a people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Purvis Taylor, did he drop off?
He was there. That's a friend. That's another friend, colleague of mine. But yeah, he did drop off just now. He probably had to go. He's a very busy person. I was really happy to see him.
To introduce himself. That's okay. He'll come back.
Yeah, they all come back. That's the one thing that we say. They all come back. And we're excited about that. The one thing too, last week, I got to actually work with Vivica Fox, one of the people that was on my bucket list. And so I got to dress her. She was actually filmed down at the Capitol building, playing the mayor. Her part was the mayor of Atlanta. And she was such a nice person. We had an opportunity to, I'm thinking I'm maybe her age, or we may be around the same age, but to, just be able to walk into a space to see people that we would see on a television platform, and to be able to truly meet them in person in a time that we're living in. I started in the film industry side about 3 years ago. And so now it is like every time I get a script or something and they're saying, oh, well, this person is doing this and that person is doing that. It shows us that we don't have to be 20 or 30 years of age in order to, you know, gain what it is that we want. And Marco Kuvu has helped us to realize that we can manifest anything that we want. If we say it and we believe it and understand how we're going to get there, that anything is possible. So it has put me in a space to, you know, understand that. So what is it that you want to do next? And that's what I get up every day saying, Lord, what are we manifesting today? And if he doesn't say anything, we don't do anything. So we have to understand that too. The COVID space has taught us that in being quiet, that some days nothing is supposed to happen. And we have to learn how to be still. And so those are the lessons and the things that, you know, have been most important to me, learning how to be transparent, because people can't follow you if you're not transparent and you're not true to yourself. And so that becomes a real part of our lives, a space, especially in the mental space. I heard Dr. Wallace say that, you know, everybody has some kind of mental disability. I'm going to say that we're not crazy, but we all have a mental disability. And we have to, you know, acknowledge that with ourselves. No, we don't know everything. No, we don't want to know everything. But what it is that we know, let us be true and transparent to that with other people, because there are other people that don't know that they have a disability. And we have the capability of being able to share and to help them in the space that they're living in on their journey, because a lot of times they can't get to where it is that they're wanting to go without the help of us, people that realize who they are, people that realize that, you know, we have a voice, we have something to share. We know that this is not the final destination, and that we will move on to another space.
Yeah.
That is my day.
Right on. Right on. Well,
it's crazy today.
There, I saw Miss Verna Olayinka for a moment there. There she is.
Good afternoon, everyone. Introducing myself, some I've met already. It's good to see everyone. I am an author, most recently, of the book, Activating Social Solutions at Key Solutions to Progress, okay? I am a retired public health person. I see Dr. Debbie Wallace is also in public health. Yes. I've done many things in the venue, and I am concerned that our people must be more committed in a larger volume for us to save ourselves and to do different things to save ourselves. You mentioned the homeschooling. There's a section in my book dealing with learning pods and how people can put together learning pods for the young people. It could be an individual, it could be a group, it could be like the old single room schoolhouse. There's so many ways to educate our children and not leave us dedicated to the public education system and answer all these questions and still make our children qualify all of the tests that lead them into higher education or vocational education. We need plumbers, electricians, carpenters, and in this country, many places, they have to be licensed and come through a union and all of that. So But the most important thing is they have to learn, read,
Yes.
excuse me. And so if they can't read and follow instruction, then we're lost again. So education is primary. So I'm glad to meet everyone and, you know, carry on. I left my website, which is saveourselves.me, okay, for ideas for our community to look at what resources we have. And also the idea is for people to come together and work on projects in order to save ourselves. So it's a pleasure. Everyone be at peace. Thank you.
You in the chair.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Ahmad, I know you have a class today. And
yes. Sorry, Makako. Let me introduce our new guest. I think he online now, Kevin from Nation of Islam. Kevin, are you hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Glad to hear you, brother.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, fine. Here. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, brother Alex.
Where are you located?
I'm in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, right on. 205 area code there, so that's Alabama.
Yes, sir. So Alex here, Alexander asked me to come on. So I have a meeting in about 5 minutes, but I just want to come and just show my appreciation. I like what I heard the sister say. There's a lot of things that we deprive in our communities, and we're working on something here as well. So I would just say, because we were talking about we need a more vocational and different things in our communities where we just go to school. It's good to go to school, but have a purpose when you get out. And I don't think that's not being taught in our system. Mainly to be a slave, go back and work for somebody else. Not for your kids.
Kevin is my good friend, Makako. By the way, we many times talk with him. Yeah, Kevin, glad to hear you again.
Excellent.
Likewise. This I connected one day. I had a little problem going on spiritually, and he called me all the way from Russia. He said, "You all right?" And I like he said, "You all right?" And I hadn't talked to him in a while. He said, "I feel your spirit," and I had a little stuff going on, but it kind of let me know that God allows this planet is big enough, and how the Most High uses energy, and we can tap into that ourselves, and then we can be on a level to do better for ourselves. So.
Well, can you make sure you put your information in the chat?
I'm not on Zoom, but I'm on I can do it through the phone.
Of course.
Okay. I can give it out. I can give it out to everybody.
Yes, I'd love that.
I can announce it there.
Yeah, because we want you to come back to the show, and I want to share something with you because there are only 3 men that I have ever said our people need to listen to as so-called leaders. The first is the Louverture, because he laid the foundation and the blueprint for how to raise a nation and defend the nation.
That's right.
The person is Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
That's what.
Garvey laid the blueprint for economic development amongst our people.
Yes.
The third person is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says we must take responsibility for the education of our children.
Yes.
Right.
Unfortunately, our people have not followed those 3 blueprints yet. We all still running, meandering around. Everybody want to be Malcolm X, but don't know the blueprint.
In my conversation with my young ladies last night, we spent quite a lot of time talking about vocational training, and they were saying that typically for a very long time within the Black community, we were made to feel like vocational training, which would lead to people being entrepreneurial, is purposely undervalued. You're made to feel as if you haven't achieved as much as someone who has an academic achievement and working for a corporation. And they were talking about the value that attaches to these things and how, as a community, we need to rethink what success means. We need to rethink, you know, the value that we place on our own, on our skills and our achievements, and not be guided by a society that wants to keep people tied to employers, dependent on the decisions made by people who may not have their best interests at heart. So it's good to hear that, you know, this is something that we're taking on board.
Brother Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Please take my number down. I would like you to call me. And anybody else, take my number as well. 718-864-0103. Kevin, 718-864-0103.
Okay, I'm coming on right now to make sure I get my information out. So excuse me how I look. I'm not the best looking brother.
Hey.
Yeah, I got a few minutes.
Unscripted is unscripted. That means if you come on, it's unscripted.
That's all right.
Because they was like, no, I can't come on. I can't open my camera. She popped up with a camera and about to get an ambassadorship from Nigeria.
Look at God.
Yes.
Look at God.
Yes. Yes. It is an amazing thing, and it truly encourages you to, you know, to move forward. And you know, I hear you talking to the young ladies. I have 3 children, and raising them, my main thing was your education, how important education was. And you know, my girls have their masters, and my son has a degree in fine art. But it took what is going on. My son works with the children with disabilities in North Carolina, autism, and he had laid aside his fine art and painting completely. But when the pandemic came, he picked it up, and on the 25th, they're actually opening a restaurant called Savor Art and Dine. He said, Mom, if the pandemic hadn't came, it would have never given me an opportunity to get back to my painting and what it was that I went to school to do. And so, you know, I say that what is the lesson? The lesson for him was that, you know what, I went to school for 5 years to be a painter. I'm doing what it is that I do. I'm doing a good job, but it allowed him to get back to what it is, what he wanted to do. And he's like, now I've just got to figure out how it can become my full-time passion. So, you know, education is important. I used to tell the girls, your boyfriend's name is Book. I still tell young girls that when they say my boyfriend. And I say, his name better be Book. That's what I used to say.
I love it. I'm going to use that.
Yes.
So
but you need, just encourage him to know that his passion and his talent will make room for him. He doesn't have to worry about whether it will become his. If he's passionate and he's committed to it, then that talent, the Word of God tells us, will make room for him.
Yes.
Before princes. So he just needs to keep going.
Yes.
Brother Kevin, I just want you to know that I used to teach the FOI.
Oh, yeah?
Up in Harlem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Under Minister Conrad, before he left the Nation of Islam.
Right.
James. Okay. And Brother Anthony Muhammad in Chicago.
Yeah. That's Sensei. Yeah, he from. I used to go and talk to his mom. He from Alabama originally, but he lived up in New York and now he in Chicago.
Right. Well, Brother Anthony and I, we go back 50 years under Moses Powell.
Okay. Well, you know Murad Muhammad?
No, not right off.
He's the boxing promoter. He's had a camp over there in Newark. He's a boxing promoter. Yeah, he's my mentor. He was Muhammad Ali bodyguard. He's my mentor. And he on the same thing about education. He's been talking to me about that. So he want to put the boxing world to finance the education. And so that's why I got a call about it in a few minutes. So I'm about to get off dealing with boxing promotion. But that's what his aim was, as we these sporting events go around, that the money can be used to enhance the education in our community.
Absolutely. Make sure we get you a screenshot picture so we can put you on the flyer for next week.
Oh man. Yeah, okay.
Yes. I just did a big piece over at the Eastside Boxing Gym in Snellville, so I could introduce you to the gentleman over there that has that big boxing ring there. All of the Roy Jones and all of the major boxers came through there.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm trying to do a chat, but I know I sent it to Brother Anwar. His thing, and I'm trying to send it our website. I do international consulting as well, so I sent the website, and then I'm gonna send the sports promotion. That's why I'm trying to get everybody, but I can only do Brother Ahmad. If I can send it to you, if you can share it to everybody. Brother Ahmad.
Ahmad, you got any closing remarks?
No, not at all. I'm good. Gotta go.
He's got to go to his class and manifest some more students.
Yeah.
That is my thing that I say to Ahmad every week, because he's truly one of those persons that's in my spirit, and I know that we can manifest what it is that he's doing there if we all send that vibration to him. So that's why I say he has to go and manifest some other students. But we thank each and every one of you all for coming on today. We thank you for your beautiful, beautiful testimonies and the beautiful things that you've said. And we ask that each and every one of you, please come back every Thursday at 12 o'clock noon to the Van Miller Talk Show. I found my voice. Have a great, great afternoon, everyone. And we'll speak to you soon.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll come back. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Dr. Wallace.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
extending human sights far beyond the horizon.
It's the most tremendous new musical experience you can have. It's the most tremendous new musical experience you can have.